Welcome back guys. So this is the lecture 7 of this Python series. So in this video we are going to look into another collection data type, that is tuple. So in the previous video we have completed one important collection data type, that is lists. If you have not watched that video, please go and watch the video first, then come to this video. If you watch that video completely and practice the code, this and the next upcoming video will be very much easy for you, and this lecture won't take more than 10 minutes if you watch the previous video. Okay, so we'll move on to the topic. So what is tuple? It is an immutable data type. What is immutable? Means the elements in the tuple or a collection data type won't change directly. So we can change it indirectly, but directly we can't alter the elements which are present in this particular list or a tuple. Okay, so tuple is a collection in which ordered allow duplicates and unchangeable. So I have make this bold. Why? Why? Because lists are changeable, right? So we can replace any one element with any other elements. But in tuple, we can't change the elements. We can't replace any element. We can't add like this. So it is what? Unchangeable. Once the tuple is defined, means the tuple will be remain same until we will delete the tuple. So if we want to change the elements in the tuple, we can't do it directly. We can do it indirectly. I will tell you how. Then it is also allows duplicates, so no difference. It is also ordered, so once the element is declared in one particular order, it will remain ordered till that particular functionality is done. Then tuple items are indexed like arrays. It is also indexed like lists. Index starts from 0 and second index has 1, particularly like this. Okay, we will move into introduction without wasting time. So how tuples are represented in Python? So here you can see I have written one line code, that is, this is variable, that is tuple variable, and it is consisting of this set of elements. But here you can see a major difference, that is, in list we are using square brackets, but in this we are using oval brackets. So this is how we are going to represent tuples. If I print the type of this particular tuple, you can also check this for lists as well. So if I print the type of this tuple 1, you can see the result. So here you can see class tuple, right? So this is the type of this particular data type. So if I want to create one tuple, let's say I will create tuple of tuple 2. This is also possible. We can create a tuple of string data type as well. And also we can create tuple of particular boolean as well. We can create tuple of boolean data types. And also we can create tuple of what mixed with all these elements. That is, let's say one, name, true. We can create a tuple of multiple data types as well. So which is similar to the list only, but here major difference is you can't alter these particular elements once they are declared, once they are declared and initialized. Now if I run this, we won't find any errors. Why? Because these are all correct. These are all acceptable in Python. So we'll move on to the next topic, that is tuple with one item. Let's say we have created tuples with multiple items, right? So here you can see 5 elements are there. Here you can see 4, 4, 3. If I want to create tuple of only one element, how can you do this? You want to create a tuple with one item. How can you do this? Tuple, let's say we have a tuple 1 name and we have to create a tuple of one items. So this is the constructor actually. I will explain you constructor first. Let's say, okay guys, so if I want to create a tuple, let's say I will keep a tuple name fruits, and let's say I will write name here. If I print type of these fruits, what we will get? We have not initialized anything to the fruits, so it will get what? It will give us not defined. So if I define this with this empty list, it will return what? List. If I define this with tuple, how can we define? So here is, you go how to define a tuple using constructor. So this is what? This is constructor. Here using one more this oval brackets, right? Set of oval brackets. This is what constructor. So if I now run this code, you will get the type of fruits as tuple, right? Let's say I want to create a tuple with only one element. Can you do like this? Can you do like this? Is this possible? If I run this, it will execute correctly. Will this give us correct result? No. Why? Because see, you can see int object is not iterable. This is what? Int object. This is not a tuple. If I want to create a tuple with single item, what you do is simply replace this with one single or add one single quote here. Okay, if you execute this now, it will print tuple now. So single tuple is created. So this is what single tuple, guys. Tuple with single item. I will replace this here and I will change this to constructor element, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how you are going to print the constructor, create a constructor elements. Then this is how you are going to create a constructor with only one element, that is tuple with one element. Now we will move on to the next topic, that is accessing tuple items. Guys, everything is same like list. Whatever you are doing in the list, you can do all the things regarding this accessing, negative indexing, ranging indexing, everything is same. Let's say I will take one tuple, cars. So inside this tuple, let's say we have Tata, then we have Swift, then we have Maruti, then we have XUV. Let's say we have this particular tuple. In tuple, if I want to print Swift, what is the index of this? Definitely 0 and Swift is 1. So if I want to print the Swift, I will print what? Cars of 1, right? So this is indexing. So indexing, everyone knows this. And also negative indexing is also present in this. If I want to print XUV, what you will do? You will print cars of -1 because last element in the negative indexing, first element will be -1, right? So you can also do slicing of this particular car tuples. You can print any range of elements as well. If I print elements, let's say I will print from 3 to, let's say 2 to 0. What will be the result of this? Guess the result. 2 to 0 means 0, 1, 2. This is 2, right? This is 2. 0 means what? This. But last element will be get printed. Will this printed? Will this printed? But see, this won't even get execute correctly. Why? Because we can't find 0 after 2, right? We can't find 0. We have to remove this in order to print till last element. Now if I execute this, this will return Swift, this will return XUV, and this will return what? Maruti and the XUV. So this is how arranging, negative indexing and accessing tuples can be done. And also you can put a loop for accessing elements as well. For I in cars, you can print I. So this is also correct. You can access. There is no problem with this. I will tell you where the problem actually executes, where the problem actually arrives. Now see, this is the problem which is in tuple. In list, you can do all these things, but in tuple, it is not. We can do, but directly we can't do. Let's say we have this particular list. We will take this list itself. I want to add element to this list. Sorry, tuple. How can we do? Cars.add. Can we do this? Can you do this? Cars.add. Can we do this? No, we can't do this. I will give you the demonstration as well. Let's say I want to add one car. Let's say I-20. I want to add this particular car to this. And I want to print the particular tuple. Will this executes correctly? No, it won't execute. Why? Tuple has no attribute add, because tuples are what? Immutable. We can't change the item, we can't add the item, we can delete the items from this tuple directly. But if I want to change the items in this tuple, what we can do is we will convert this first into list. Then we will alter the data or elements present in the list. Then we will again convert that list into tuples. So this is possible, right? So if I want to change this into list, how can we do? I have already explained you in the first video, typecasting. So typecasting is the one way which we can convert one data type into another data type. So let's say I will store it in cars2. In order to convert this into a list, what we have to do is write the name of the data type to which we have to convert. So list, we have to convert this into list, right? So we'll write list. Inside the whole brackets, we have to write the particular variable which we have to convert, that is cars. After this, if I print cars2, let's say I will print cars here as well, print cars. And if I print cars2, you can see here, so this is tuple. The first one is tuple. Why? You can see whole brackets open and close before and at the starting and ending. But this one is not. This one is not what? Tuple. So this is what? List, right? Square brackets. So here in this way we can convert from tuple to list. After converting it into list, is it difficult for you to adding element, removing element, and deleting elements? Is that difficult? You can do, right? If I want to add, let's say I-20, cars2 dot add, sorry, append I-20. Now if I print cars2, you will get one car added in the second list, particular list. You can see here I-20 is added. Now if I already I added I20, right? Now if I want to delete this particular element, let's say I don't delete I20, I will delete Swift. If I want to delete or remove this element, what we will do is cars2 dot remove Swift. That's it. Now if I print, you won't find Swift in the second list. You won't find Swift, right? So this is how you can perform all the list operations on this after converting this particular tuple into list. Then after converting or after adding, deleting, removing all the elements, finally what you have to do, you have to convert this into a tuple again, right? So in order to do that to a tuple, cars again, then tuple, then cars2. Because cars2 is of type list, so this one should be converted into tuple, right? So in order to convert this into tuple of that particular cars2, which is stored in a cars. Now if I print cars and if I print type of particular that variable, you will get here, see, this is of class tuple because we have already converted this cars2 into a tuple, right? And we have printed the cars, that is this. Then what is the print type of cars? The type of cars is tuple. Then what is type of cars2 at the end? Cars2 is still what? Cars2 is still list, right? So it is printed as a list. So this is how you are going to perform add, delete and remove elements like this, all the things. One thing you should know from this concept is you should know how to convert from tuple to a list. Then after converting into a list, you know everything, how to add, how to delete. I have explained it in a depth in the previous video. Please, if you have not watched the video, please go back and watch that video. If you watch that video, this and the upcoming two videos will be very much useful or very much easy for you. Okay, we'll move to the next topic, that is unpack tuples. Let's say I have this tuple. I will take the same tuple. Let's say I have this tuple. Okay, I want to assign this particular elements to different variables. How can I do this? I'll create variables like, let's say this is one variable ta, and I want to store elements. Let's say I will write it in like this, ta, then Swift, then Maruti and X. Let's say these are four variables which are going to store these four elements. Okay, these four elements. After this, what we have to do is we have to write cars. That's it. The elements which are present here will be get stored into this particular four variables. If I print ta sw ma x, you will see the results Tata, Swift, Maruti and XUV printed, right? Correct? Okay, now we will be getting confused that if we have four particular variables and four elements, so it is got assigned and got printed without any errors. If there are only three elements, if are only three elements and we have four assignment particular thing, what it will happen? You can only experiment this, too many variables to unpack, right? Because see, only three variables are created, but four items are there. So you can't assign this particular four items to only three variables. So we can't unpack this. If I want to do this, let's say I want to assign Tata to this particular first variable, Swift to this particular SW, then next to remaining elements to this particular one variable itself in the format of list. How can I do this? Before MA, just insert one asterisk, that is star. Then this statement will, what it will do is, one element got stored with this, then another element will get and stored with SW, and all the remaining elements will be getting stored with this particular MA. It is not necessary that asterisk should be inserted to the end element only. You can also insert asterisk to this particular ta, and you can remove from here. If I write like this, what it will show is SW, last element XU will be stored in MA, Maruti will be stored in SW, and all other remaining elements will be got stored in this particular ta. If I execute this, you only see the result here. See, we are printing ta first, right? Ta is holding what? Two elements. Then SW is holding what? Maruti. Then MA is holding what? XUV. Right. So this is how we are going to unpack this particular tuple items into different variables. Now we will move to the next topic, that is loop tuples. Definitely, of course, guys, this is also same like a list. So you can iterate through this and you can do, let's say I want to iterate through this particular thing. What we will do for I in cars, print I. So this is how you are going to iterate through tuples as well. So there is no error, you can see. Then we'll move to the next topic, that is join or concatenate. Here is one of the important thing. So if you want to add this particular tuples, if you want to concatenate tuples, let's say we'll take two tuples. Let's say I want to concatenate particular these two tuples. How can we concatenate? We have to make use of another tuple 3, then we have to add tuple 1 with tuple 2, then we have to print tube 3, right? If I do this, it is possible? Yes, it is possible. You can concatenate two particular tuples. So this is one of the way you can concatenate the two tuples. But here is a question. Can you extend one tuple with another? That is, can you use extend method here? Think once. Can we use extend method for these tuples? Can we use? No, right? Why no? Because tuples are unchangeable. We can't change any tuple. While using extend method, what we are doing is we were just adding the elements present in tuple 2 to tuple 1, right? Can we do that? Can we add element to tuples? No, right? So tuples are what? We can't use extend method. Extend method in tuples. So we'll move to the last topic, that is tuple methods, that is count and index. So I think you all know actually what is count, what is index. So no need of explanation for this. I will directly execute this. I will take this particular tuple. I will add one more element here. Let's say name. If I want to count the existence of name variable in this tuple, how can we do? How can we do? Tuple1 dot count name, right? So we have to store this in a variable. Let's say I will take variable as C. So C will store what? C will store the number of occurrence of name in this particular tuple. If I print this particular C, you will get 2. You will get 2. So you can count the number of occurrence of each and every element. And what is index? I will explain you index here. So what is index? If I want to find index of this particular element, how can we do this? Of course, it is also like a list. We can do tuple1 dot. See, I have declared tuple1 here, but accessing tuple1 here. Is that possible? Yeah, it is possible because this is a notebook, not a Python file. So whatever you declare here, you can use that in another cell as well. So this is the advantage of particular Google Collaboratory. Tuple1 dot index. For what we have to find the index? Let's say I want to find index for USN. I will type USN. So here you have to store it in one variable. Let's say I will take as index. So index will store what? Index of particular variable, that is USN, particular item. So what is the index of particular USN? 0, 1, 2. So it will return true. 2. Print index. You will get 2 here. Right. So these are some topics related tuples, guys. So if you have watched previous video, this video will be getting easy for you. If you have not watched this video, may be difficult for some peoples. So if you have not watched that previous video, go back and watch the video, then come back for this particular topic. So that's it, guys. So this much is for this video. We will meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.